So all my ocean freaks, my water fanatics, my salty dogs, if you're a fan of the water and you're looking at the great state of Florida, you're in luck. This place is literally surrounded on all three sides, right? You have fishing, you have surfing, you have bodyboarding, you have skimboarding, which is kind of on the water, but it's more on the shore. You have boating, you have jet skiing, you have parasailing, you have sailboarding, you have windsurfing, you have kiteboarding. Literally, there is anything and everything that you can do here in Florida if you're a salty dog. So you're thinking of moving to Daytona Beach, Florida. You might want to know about these 5 things that might turn you away. If you want to find out more, make sure you stay tuned. What's up, everybody? It's Jimdin
and Brian Ellwanger
with the For Sale team right here in Daytona Beach, Florida. If you're new to the channel and you want to know everything about working, sleeping, playing, eating, buying, and or selling anywhere here in the Daytona Beach area, make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. We have people reaching out literally every single day. Make sure you reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, email, message in a bottle, or schedule a Zoom in the link down below. However you need to reach us, we've got your back when you're moving to Daytona Beach, Florida. Let's get into it. So one of the biggest and most disgusting things about Daytona Beach is the heat. It is awful. It's hot, it's sunny, literally all year long, except when it's raining, and even then it's like a 70-degree rain, and it's so horrible because it's
horrible.
It's so livable.
So if you like to change your clothes 2 or 3 times a day, then this is the place to be. Or just you like to wear a swimsuit all day long, this is the place to be, because you will change your clothes probably twice a day, if not more. And definitely your underwear, because it gets swampy down there. What, am I wrong?
It's Swamp Crotch City, baby.
Why do you think the ladies like to wear the dresses?
You know those icicles you get after you get out of the water? That doesn't happen here. I'm sorry.
But if you like to go to the beach and you don't like to freeze, then this is definitely a place to be. Moisture is a big thing. Your windows are always covered with moisture. There's always like dew on the windows. The grass is always wet, so if you like to play golf, you might have to wear some aqua socks or some
aqua socks.
Aqua socks, is that what they're called? Water shoes? Or what are they called? Crocs.
Crocs.
Yeah, wear Crocs, because your feet will definitely get wet.
I was never a Crocs person before moving here to Florida, and I moved here and I knew that was the key. My first pair of Crocs, I got them here in Florida, and best decision ever. Crocs will literally save your life if you're an outdoorsy person here in
Absolutely.
Florida, because your feet will get so funky if you have socks and
if you get regular shoes wet, they'll never dry, and they get stank on.
They have that pond stank
Stank
ever.
If you like pond stank, come to Florida.
Come to Florida, baby. The pond stank.
All right, the second thing here in Daytona is, unlike any other thing, is the beaches. Daytona it's the world's most famous beach, and one of the reasons is you can drive on the beach. And if you don't like cars on the beach, or you're worried about getting hit by cars, you have a tendency to get hit by cars, then you probably shouldn't go on the beaches in Daytona Beach, because you can drive on the beach, which is awesome because you can bring everything with you and just be by your car. You can pull everything out. You don't have to park in a parking lot and walk over, unless it's high tide, then you would have to do that. But coming from Southern California, there you can't drive on the beach, and if you need to park on the beach close to it, it's like $20 or more depending on the day. And so typically people park way up in the subdivisions and take their little beach car.
Free parking, baby.
So free park, well, it's not free. I mean, you got to pay a little bit.
No, when you park in the subdivision.
Oh yeah, park in the subdivision, sure. But the parking here does cost obviously, but it's super cheap. It's so cheap.
And I can't tell you how much of a game changer it is driving onto the actual beach versus wheeling the beach cart onto there.
Absolutely.
Because it's awful. Like that walk, especially because for some reason I don't know why, but in California especially, they like to make the actual parking areas pretty dang far from the beach when you compare them to Florida.
Oh, absolutely.
Like there's some distance you have to cover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Getting there. And if you don't have a beach cart and you're just kind of footing it, that's how we always did things whenever, I went to the beaches in California with my family growing up. It was awful because my mom loves to overpack everything. She's always just loading up every single bag all the way up to the brim and just constantly, we're just all bulked up. There's 3 of us, right? 3 kids. And so all of us just have just these camping backpacks pretty much just to go to the beach. And then on each arm we have some of those like mall totes that you get. She'll fill those up with like snacks. I shit you not, my mom brings 5 full course meals to the beach and 5 sets of clothes for every single person. Every single time.
And what's really cool here, we'll go disc golf in the morning, drive down to the beach, and pull up our car, pull out our fishing poles, pull out the surfboards and bodyboards. We'll be able to fish and bodyboard all at the same time. If we had to do that and pull a cart, we'd have so much stuff to bring. We'd have buckets for the fish. We got the bait. We got the boards. We got all that. It would take a lot, but it takes us literally drive on the beach. We're out of the car on the waves in like 10 minutes.
Quick stops to the beach is actually possible.
Yeah.
Most of the time the beach is an all-day event because of how much of an inconvenience it is to get onto the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But you can actually have those quick stops at the beach and go to the beach on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a huge ordeal.
Like just going down for an hour is a thing. Like, hey, let's just go for an hour because you can just drive on. You're done.
Or
If you're there, you get back in the car, you drive home.
you burn an hour at home, burn an hour at the beach. Come on.
There you go. Beaches, baby.
Beaches. So, number 3 on this list, stay away from Daytona Beach if you hate restaurants, if you hate good, enjoyable dining, lots of options. Just stay away from this area.
If you just like McDonald's or something, you don't want to come here. Yeah, it's not for you. Not
It's
at all.
not. It really isn't. So the Daytona Beach area and all of the various restaurants that are here, you have so much variety. You have so many different options.
And the reason is because the food is so good here. You have so many different cultures that there's so much food. There's the seafood. You want to eat inland, just in a regular restaurant, that's great. If you want to eat out on the water, you can go to the pier at Daytona. They've got Joe's
Literally
Crab
on
Shack.
the water.
They've got little restaurants along the pier. So, I mean, you can grab like a burger if you want, or if you're just at the beach, or if you want a nice fancy dinner at a restaurant on the ocean, we've got plenty of that.
And you have some of the best seafood that you will ever have here in Daytona Beach.
And then in town, there's a lot of little eclectic restaurants, Cuban restaurants, all that kind of stuff. So any type of food you like, they got it here. So if you're a foodie, definitely a place to be. Definitely a place to come.
If you're not, stay away.
Hey, and you know what else? You can, if you want to create your own restaurant on the beach, we bring our barbecue down to the little catch and cook.
Oh my god,
that's the best.
Oh, it is the absolute best.
So,
it literally just picture it, right? You've got the beach right there, sun setting, everything's nice, it's beautiful. You've got your car that you drove onto the beach, right? You pop the back, and you're all just there. You're hanging out with your family. And then you get this little portable grill, right? It's this beautiful little portable grill, and you got these little foils, and we're making these boiling foils right there on the beach. It's beautiful, the scene's there, and it's not really that obnoxious. The beach is beautiful. Oh my goodness.
So we were talking about restaurants, but anyway,
that's your restaurant. That's your restaurant, baby.
They are priced well for the type of food that you get. I mean, coming from Southern California, the restaurants there are great, but they cost a lot of money. I mean, everything down here. If you like beer, it's like half the price of California. And we've got a lot of local breweries, and so a lot of so many local breweries. So if you like IPAs, this is a great place to be because they are good.
Or non-IPAs.
Or non-IPAs. They like all day. They have a lot of all-day IPAs, a lot of day drinking beers here because can't drink too much.
Are beautiful too.
Oh, margaritas,
but not at the breweries.
Yeah.
So all my ocean freaks, my water fanatics, my salty dogs, if you're a fan of the water and you're looking at the great state of Florida, you're in luck. This place is literally surrounded on all three sides, right? You have fishing, you have surfing, you have bodyboarding, you have skimboarding, which is kind of on the water, but it's more on the shore. You have boating, you have jet skiing, you have parasailing, you have sailboarding, you have windsurfing, you have kiteboarding. Literally, there is anything and everything that you can do here in Florida if you're a salty dog.
So, if you're not a fan of water, this is probably not the place to be also, because, I mean, not only do you have the beach and you have the ocean on one side of you, but inland, Florida's a very wet place. We talked about that already. But there is just ponds and lakes and rivers everywhere. I mean, wherever you go, I mean, almost all the houses are built around ponds. So most houses back up to ponds, or they back up to a river or an inlet. And so it's great. I mean, if you like to fish, you like to boat, you like to kayak, you like to stand up paddleboard, you like to hunt alligators, you like to snorkel, you like to camp, all that kind of stuff by the lake. There's plenty of that here. But it is an overwhelming amount of water, I'd have to say, especially...
You're surrounded, all three sides.
Yeah, I mean, all the time. No matter where you go, there's water everywhere.
And then there's about 1 billion lakes in the actual state itself. There's water.
It's ridiculous. There's so much water. So if you're a water enthusiast, like I am, and Jimdin here, if you like to fish, I mean, he's a fishing freak. This is like heaven for a fisherman. I mean, you can go crabbing. There's oysters, right?
You can shut those oysters all day long.
You like eating sand fleas?
Sand fleas, right? I fried them. Here's what they look like, all golden brown. I salted them, put some black pepper with them, and now, I'm getting ready for this. Boom! I'm eating them with rice, and they are amazing. So good.
Or jellyfish.
Tonight we're gonna catch and cook these babies.
You got it all. There's alligators, tortoises, the craziest fish. So if you're a water enthusiast, this is the place to be, for sure. But if you don't like water, this is not the place to be. You will get sick of the water, because there's a lot of it. So coming from an area that's blown up in population, in the past couple of years, some mass exodus is going on. Arizona definitely got a lot more expensive very, very quickly in a short amount of time. And coming here to Florida, oh my God, everything is so cheap here. Like, gas is cheaper, food is cheaper, the cost of living itself is cheaper. You really can't beat it. And I know, moving from California, it's a little bit cheaper. I got so much more money in my pocket living here. It's so nice. Oh, and if you're one of those weird people that like to pay taxes, you probably shouldn't move here.
Oh God.
I mean, because we don't have any state income tax.
None.
And if you run a business and you like to keep a little bit more money in your pocket, this is the place to be.
I guess if you don't like money, then...
And you like to pay taxes, then you probably should move here. So the cost of living here is cheap. I mean, right now, there is... housing prices are going up because of the market and people moving in from the north and from other areas. Obviously, the entertainment industries bring a lot of people here. The financial industries bring a lot of people here, and so prices are going up. But there is a lot of places to be built, and this place is very large. So I don't see it going too crazy. But get here while you still can, and get you a piece of land, because God stopped making it a long time ago.
Now, especially with Florida, you'll look at certain areas in other states that are very heavily built on. But oh my God, you go to Florida and there are literally just massive expanses of just undeveloped land. They definitely pride a lot of environmental protection. So they try to keep as much of it untouched as possible.
Godzilla.
Have you guys
It's not
seen
really the
this?
beaches,
A
because
giant
that's what everyone
bear.
loves.
Look at this. It
But
almost looks like a
everywhere in
show.
between
Lots of people.
is untouched, because it's gator infested. Which leads us to our next topic, which is wildlife.
So next on the list, and the final thing, is wildlife. critters.
Florida's
ridiculous.
Florida's got a lot. If you're not from areas that are similar in climate to Florida, you're in for a surprise. There's lots of fun stuff here for you. And if you're not a fan of wildlife, stay away. Florida has an absolute mess
for animals, mammals, everything, bugs.
Okay, so everyone knows about Florida's gators, right? They're just about everywhere. Every body of fresh water that is in this state, you bet your ass there's an alligator in it.
Calling this beast Godzilla.
Have you guys seen this? A giant gator. Look at this.
Oh,
it almost looks like a joke.
They have everything here. When I first moved here, I didn't know they had armadillos. They have armadillos. Alligator. Crocodiles, alligators.
Doesn't matter if it's your bathtub, your pool, or that pond that's just down the road from me. There's a good chance there's an alligator in it.
They have these sandhill cranes. They're like these crazy birds that they're like, I don't know, they look like they're 6 feet tall, but they're probably only like 3.5, 4 feet. But they're crazy.
And if that's not the most comforting thought to you, just stay away.
And I mean, they got everything for animals. I mean, if you're into hunting, they've got everything. They got wild boars. They've got alligators. I mean, you can be a bounty hunter for pythons.
Giant pythons that will come. They will eat your dog. There's a lot of things here in Florida that will eat your dog. If you got a tiny little dog, ooh, keep them inside, because there's eagles that'll come. They'll swoop. They'll take your dog.
Gators, tortoises, manatees. I mean, any kind of wildlife that you want. If you're a hunter, if you don't like hunting or you don't like animals, you don't want to be here, because there is literally everything. There's snakes. There's toads. There's all sorts of frogs. And I mean, I originally grew up in South Dakota, where I thought there was like a lot of animals. We were hunters and fishermen, and it's like 100 times here. I mean, anything you can think of, like possums. They have iguanas that actually fall out of the trees in the wintertime because they freeze. Their blood freezes and they like kind of just go dormant and then just kind of fall out of the sky. And iguana hunting is huge here, so you can hunt iguanas, or if you just like to look at wildlife and don't like to kill them, you could just look at them. There's dolphins, there's sharks.
Here in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, the shark attack capital of the world. We got a shark on, baby. Yeah, baby.
There's stingray. I think Noah's Ark actually parked out here and just let everything go into Florida. That's what happened. It's the truth.
And you know what else comes with the wildlife here in Florida? You've got bugs. You've got massive tarantulas. You've got tarantulas. You've got massive spiders. You've got massive earwigs, cockroaches. They call them palmetto bugs here. Palmetto. Can a Floridian comment down below and help me out with this? Because I honestly have no idea what to call it. So those are 5 reasons that you shouldn't move to Florida. If you aren't scared away yet and you're still thinking of making the move, make sure you reach out, shoot me a call, text, email, message in a bottle, or schedule a Zoom in the link down below. If you want to binge watch our other videos, make sure you go ahead and click down below as well. However you need to reach us, we've got your back when you're moving to Daytona Beach, Florida. Thanks for watching.